Hi friends, happy Thursday. Okay, I am doing a show and tell video today because we just got back last night from being away for a few days on another little mini vacation. So I didn't have time to actually prepare anything to have you craft along or like a tutorial. So I'm just going to show you something I made during the time that we were on our couple days away, and some stuff I bought. But first of all, I'm going to show you this Easter card that my friend Patty sent to us because I meant to show it last time and didn't get it brought into my stamp room back here. So it's a spinner card. Isn't it cute? So you just use twine. You just twist it up like this, and then when the person opens the card, it spins. So cute. And then there's a message inside there. But yes, very, very cute card, and thank you, Patty, for that again. So sweet. All right, so we went up the coast to Seaside, Oregon, and Astoria, and actually Patty and Paul met us there. They live up in Washington, and so it was almost equal distances for us to meet up there. And so we brought along, Patty and I did stuff to do collage with. So we could have some crafty time while we were there. I took along my little, I haven't even taken this off there, my little Dilutions creative journal. And that's what I have not had not used it before. This is what it looks like inside. There's a little manila envelope here that you can put stuff in, and then this art journal sort of thing. Well, you can use it for whatever you want to. And so anyway, I also took along this Studio Light Signature Collection Art by Marlene paper elements. This is really fun. I love her art. These all punch out. So I think there's 2 pages of each design. So really, really fun things in here. And then I also took along this great big book called the Golden Oldie Collector's Book. I think I might have found this one. Maybe I found them both at Simon Says Stamp. I can't remember. But anyway, this one's got papers, really fun papers in it, but then it's also got all these punch out elements that you can create with. So just tons of stuff. I love these. So I took that. I took some book page paper. I took my oh, where is it here? I took my crayon things from, I'm looking for my bag that my stuff was in. Here it is. These things, my distress crayons. I've got 3 sets of those. So I took those to play with, and just like I said, some book page. I took some papers, 6x6 papers from Stampin' Up. I took these papers from Stampin' Up. I took a water brush, scissors, glue stick. Oh, I took this quote book. I know I got this from Amazon, this quote sticker book. I love this thing. It's got so many quotes. It comes with some tweezers. Anyway, that's what I took to play with. I took some cardstock. I didn't end up using it just because I didn't really, I had an idea of the design I wanted to do, but, you know, so I was just grabbing stuff to take to play with. I had seen a video on YouTube of a gal that did a collage, and I really liked her idea of using torn paper. So that's what I did. This is what I ended up with for my page here. So I used the, so this is what the paper looks like. I used some of those crayons along the top and bottom, and I also, Patty brought gelatos, which were very similar. I felt like they blended a little bit better than the distress crayons. So I used some of her gelato over the top of what I did here. And then I just started tearing up strips of paper. And I wanted the white edges to, the torn edges to show. So I just randomly picked some. I wanted some that had the gold foiling. I've got a couple of pieces of the book page in there. Oh, I also took my charcoal pencil. That is what I did the borders with, was the charcoal pencil, and also what I used to go around some of the elements here. So the little stamp images and the flowers are what I got out of the punch books. And then the two little sayings here, inspire others and embrace imperfections. And anyway, I just used glue stick to glue everything down, and I was kind of happy with the way it turned out. Just super simple, fun. I could have put anything there, but I chose these things that sort of look like postage stamps. And then the three little flowers. So that was my first thing in this book. So we will see how that comes along. But it was fun. Fun, easy. Tried not to think about things too much as far as what I was doing, because once I stop and I sit there and look and ponder this and ponder that, I don't get anything done. So I made myself, if I felt like I was doing that, I made myself stop and just put something down. So yeah, so it was fun. And anyway, so I took Patty some crafty things and she brought me some crafty things. So I'm going to show you that. She brought me this roll of interesting paper, and it doesn't feel coated or waxy. It sort of has that look about it a little bit, but anyway, paper to play with there. And then let me see if I can grab this whole little basket of goodies. Let me bring it up here so you can see the cute quilted, and I think she said she got this on Temu. Isn't it cute? A little quilted thingamajig. All right. So I'm going to, this was the last thing. I saved this for last that was in here, but it's the first thing I'm going to pull out. There's jelly beans in here. But she knows I love crows, so she brought me this crow mug. Isn't it cute? I love it. Yeah. Love crows. Love me some crows. Oh, and then, oops, I almost missed this. It says, easily distracted by crows. The jelly beans are open, by the way, so hopefully I won't spill them. I think I'm going to just set that over there. And that was wrapped up in this cute bee tissue paper, which I will need to flatten out and save. Okay, and then things had cute little notes on them. Okay, so this one says, Janna, the story is there are two wrapped here, one for you, one for me. They are identical except one has the outside finished and one is plain. I started to do both outsides but thought I should give you the option to cover one yourself if you want. Okay, so anyway, let me show you. I chose the one that she had done. And then I told her, I said, oh, I feel like I should give this one back to you because she had already finished it and I felt like I was being stingy. But I just loved this because to me this is so magical looking. And you probably can't see it, but she sprayed it with something that is really frosty, very fine glitter mist. But look at her. She's like a fairy, and this is what the back looks like. And there's a door here. It's so cute. And then inside, she already... So she said she got these two books at Goodwill, I think. So she's glued pages together, you know, so that... kind of like in a distress book, you tear some pages out and glue others together so that when you add stuff to them, the book doesn't start having this big open alligator mouth look to it. So yeah, she's got it all ready to collage in or whatever you want to use it for, but they're cookbooks. And they had two of the identical ones together at the store, and she thought it would be fun for us to each have the same book to create in. So now she's got to go home and finish hers, the one that she didn't finish, because I kept the one she did finish. Sorry about that, Patty, but it was too pretty. I loved it. Okay, so there's that. And I think I will keep this so that I can put it in here somewhere. And most all of everything else was wrapped in this pretty paper, which I will also keep. All right, let's see here. What does this one say? I hope you have oodles and oodles of fun with this. I can't remember what that was attached to. Oh, it might have been these girls. I'm not sure. So anyway, she shared some of these girls with me. Isn't that a cute envelope? And none of them are the same, but they are so cute. I'm not going to go through every single one of them, but they are adorable. Adorable. So there's those. And I do believe she got those on Temu. And this was the card that she gave me. Oops, the sticker's sticking to it. Uh-oh. I don't want it to tear. I'm going to be very careful here. I should have put it back in the envelope. Okay, sorry. Sorry it's going slow, but I don't want to tear the card. There we go. In a world full of peacocks, always be a crow. So cute. Okay. Uh-oh, that sticker is the stickiest sticker I've ever seen. Now it's stuck to the back. Okay, let me get this in the envelope before I ruin it, because I want to put that on the wall in here somewhere in my stamp room. And look at the cute sticker that's being so sticky. So there's that. And here is another cute sticker on this envelope. Oh yes, she said you can never have enough of these. And it's another pretty pair of scissors here. Aren't those cute? This is the other pair she gave me. I love the peacocky, well, I don't know. I'm saying peacock. I love the colors. That's what they remind me of, is peacock. Here, I don't need to put it back in the plastic. I'm going to put them up here with all my scissors. All my other scissors. Okay. So there was that. And then this was, I think it was this, was all tied up with this whole ribbon. I thought it was floss, but it's not floss. But isn't it pretty? And she put this on here that is made with a, she didn't make this, but it's made with a, one of these kind of paper clips, and she thought that I might want to make some to use with my blind date with a book. It's got a cute little heart locket charm on here that says made with love, but it's a little angel, and it's just, the bead looks like a halo on her head here, and it's just done with some wire wrapped to hold the bead and the head in place, and then attached with this little doohickey thing here, and it's on a bulb pin. But anyway, very cute. And then this was another thing that maybe somebody gave these to her, and they're to hold business cards. And so she glued pretty paper on it for me. I love this little one up here. So pretty paper and some tags and things inside. Cute little envelope. My fingernails aren't going to let me grab that. Here we go. Oh, yes. So she's got a little message in there to me. But so let me show you my business card stash now. Talk about alligator mouth. So this is one of those little, I was telling her this is what I have all my cards in. It's one of those little book things that you can make out of one 12 by 12 piece of paper, and it was instructions, I believe, by Tim Holtz way back years and years ago. And it's just the way you cut the paper and then fold it and put the edges together with washi tape, and it creates these pages and 3 pockets. So I've been using the pockets here to stuff all these business cards from crafty places, or you know, stamp stores or whatever, in all these years, and it's practically ruined now because I've stuffed so many in. And I told her that this is good because now I can put all of these in here. So that will be perfect for that. And it's almost, I mean, the size-wise is similar to this other little cookbook. Okay. Now maybe I can give you a better look at this cute little quilted basket. Isn't that adorable? And then this is the Cutout and Collage book, volume 7, 700 plus images in this book. So there's images to cut out on one side and patterned paper on the other. So yeah, look at all of this there is here. She said all of fussy cutting I've been doing out of magazines and stuff. So I can do that with these. So very, very cool. Just all sorts of things. I love this. I just think that is so cool. That would be really simple to cut out. Some of the things in here don't look as easy to cut out to me. Like, I mean, this, you know, you would just have to not cut that out, really. Or the other thing you could do is leave a border. You can just leave a border and go around when there's stuff like that. But yeah, so many things. Look, a little chihuahua. I haven't even looked at it yet page by page to actually really look at every single image, and then I still wouldn't remember all what's in there. Oh, and look at this poodle. Too cute. Just so many things. Thank you so much again, Patty, for all the goodies. This was the one that I think had that note about she hoped I had oodles and oodles of fun with it. Okay, so there's that. I'm looking around here to see where I'm going to put all this stuff. Oopsie. Because I have more things to show you. Okay, let me see. On the way back home yesterday, we stopped in a place called Rockaway, which is right on 101, and I spotted this shop when we were going, and I told Ken, my husband, that when we came back, I wanted to stop there because it had a crow on the sign, and I thought it was full of crow things. So he put my stuff in this cute tote bag. There's one thing I bought that's a gift, so I'm not going to be showing you that, but I'm going to show you these things. So they had the crinkle ribbon, and you know, I've got a package of this from my scrap cabin on Etsy, and I just thought these colors in particular, they're royal colors to me. I just think they're really pretty, and I don't know if $4 a skein was a good deal. Probably not, but that's okay. I bought those 3 colors. This is the shop, the Little Crow, vintage and new. And yeah, so that's where we went. And then they had a couple of the same journal in there, and I thought it was just neat. What do I need another journal for? I don't know. But I really thought the paper in it was cool. And let's see here. It's got, oh, I like the way they did the binding here. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signatures in here. And I just figured it feels like watercolor paper. I figured it would be fun to junk journal in or glue book in or what have you. Like, I've got several things already to do that with, but yeah, I just thought it was kind of cool. And the color of the paper inside I thought was very neat too. So I got it. So that is what I got at that shop, besides one other thing for a gift. And then we were in a shop in Cannon Beach. Let me bring the bag up because the bag for this place was cool. Love and Hemlock. Look at the bag. And I just happened to have a top on that was like leopard or cheetah or whatever that day too, which was funny, I thought. And so my husband was buying me stuff in there actually. So now anywhere when I find little books, I get them. So they had this one called You're the Best. And so we'll be reading out of this one, not yet because I'm still reading out of Mr. Rogers, and then I have another one that Nancy May gave me. And then as I was getting ready to walk out, I spotted this one, The Little Guide to Bridgerton. I Burn for You. And I thought, oh my gosh, I think I need that book. So this looks like it's going to be fun. And then, I don't know how I'm going to show this to you, but I will try. So they had clothes in there. This is all wrapped up in tissue paper with a sticker. When I spotted this, I thought it was so adorable. And I'm not sure how to show it to you, but I will do the best I can because I'm not going to try it on and do a show and tell that way. But they are like these overall designs. So, you know, it's got the little overall thing. And then it has this cherry on here that looks, it's like been crocheted. And so I'm just going to pull it up a little bit at a time. A heart in the pocket here, and this crochet patch here with like little stones, little embellishments, seashell things. Here's another little pocket over here, and just like a patch. This isn't a pocket. Okay. And I did try these on because size large is not a size I typically wear. That would be normally too small, but these were made baggy. Probably it's supposed to have a baggy look. Keep in mind it's not baggy on me, but that's okay. And then look at the bottom of the legs. Oh my goodness. How cute are these? I couldn't resist them, you guys. Aren't they adorable? I just love them. So yeah, I'll wear them probably with a 3/4 length sleeve top or long sleeve top. It's very thin material, very thin. So I will have to be careful not to split the seams or anything. But yeah, I might even wear them with like a long duster over the top. I'm not sure. But yeah, the legs. And there's berries on the fabric, which I love strawberries. I like strawberries for, like, I have strawberry theme in my kitchen. But yes, these are just, they were too cute to pass up. And the price was reasonable. They were $49. They're called Bloomer overalls. I don't know where they might have gotten them from because they had lots of clothes that were this sort of style, which I love. And I wish I could find a place like online or something where I could find more things like this. But anyway, that's pretty much my show and tell for today, you guys. Sorry I didn't have time to plan anything to actually make with you, but I thought it was better to come on and show and tell and just have a little crafty chat that way than to do nothing at all. So let me read a few pages out of Mr. Rogers. You rarely have time for everything you want in this life, so you need to make choices. And hopefully your choices can come from a deep sense of who you are. All life events are formative. all contribute to what we become year by year as we go on growing. As my friend the poet Kenneth Cook once said, you aren't just the age you are all the ages you ever have been. I've often hesitated in beginning a project because I've thought it'll never turn out to even be remotely like the good idea I have as I start. I could just feel how good it could be, but I decided that for the present, I would create the best way I know how and accept the ambiguities. That's a big word for me. I believe it's a fact of life that what we have is less important than what we make out of what we have. The same holds true for families. It's not how many people there are in a family that counts, but rather the feelings among the people who are there. When I was a boy, I used to think that strong meant having big muscles, great physical power, but the longer I live, the more I realize that real strength has much more to do with what is not seen. Real strength has to do with helping others. The thing I remember best about successful people I've met all through the years is their obvious delight in what they're doing, and it seems to have very little to do with worldly success. They just love what they're doing and they love it in front of others. Aw, we're going to end with that right there because loving what you're doing, as in stamping and crafting, creating, is what I love doing, and here I do it in front of you guys. So there you have it. We'll read more the next time. That is Wisdom from the World according to Mr. Rogers. Important things to remember. Okay, so thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. And I will be back again soon. I might try to get something done for Saturday Morning Makes this weekend. And if not, I will plan to do a project with you next Thursday. Okay, take care. Have a great weekend ahead, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye-bye.